I have given the question. B Limited bought and sold 6% government bonds as follows. Interest being payable on 31st March and 30th September each year. This main part is very important and you have to remember that this part is actually associated with the entire sum. I will explain the connection with this term. Now I read the question. 2017 March 1 bought rupees 12,000 at the rate of rupees 90.875 x interest. Brokerage rupees 30. In this question, there are two terms, x interest and calm interest, which have already been discussed in my last discussion. Now I am showing a particular chart which I have made for you. Main part to be remembered for all sums. In this question, it is given that interest payable 31, 3 and 39, that is 1/4 and 1/10. 31st March means 1st April, and you may consider 30th September 1st October. Therefore, keeping it in mind, I am trying to solve. Next part, you have to remember that if the date given in the question, suppose in the question the dates are given here, the first transaction happened on March 1, 2017. Therefore, you have to remember that if it is happening before 1st April, then you have to take the period from 1/10/2016 to given date, because before 1st April the transaction is happening. Therefore, the period will have to be taken from the last or previous year, that is 1/10/2016. I can't cross 1/10 because there are two dates, 1st April and 1st October. Therefore, 1st October is coming first and then 1st April comes on. Therefore, we have to consider 1st October in this situation. X interest purchase means you have to take the amount of X interest purchase plus brokerage. Interest on that amount will not be considered because it is mentioned that it is an X interest purchase. When it comes as calm interest purchase, then you have to deduct interest and add brokerage. Similarly, in case of X interest sale, you have to deduct brokerage. In case of purchase, brokerage has been added, but in case of sale, brokerage is being deducted. Now, why? Brokerage is actually paid to the stockbroker. When I am going to purchase something, then I have to pay some amount of money as brokerage to the broker. Therefore, the total purchase price is increasing. But on the other hand, when the person who is selling is actually getting a neat amount, and if he is to pay brokerage, then he will have to deduct that amount from the gross amount of sale. Therefore, that amount is being paid by him from his sale. So, brokerage is being deducted in case of sale, and in case of purchase, we have to add brokerage. But in case of calm interest purchase, you have to deduct interest. But in case of sale, you have to less interest. The same thing. Now coming to the same point or earlier point, that if the transaction occurs after 1/4, then the period will be 1/4/2017 to the given date, because this is happening after 1/4. Therefore, we have to take 1/4 at least. At the same time, if it happens after 1/10, that means 1st October, then you have to consider that date and the next date given. Therefore, it will help us to solve the question. Now I am going to the question again. The first transaction happened on March 1, 2017. Bought rupees 12,000 means what will be the journal? The journal will be that purchase account debit to bank. In this case, purchase of investment or purchase of share or bonds for the investment purpose. So, purchase will be written as investment. So, investment account debit to bank account. And therefore, we have to write to bank account 12,000. It is an X interest, therefore no interest will be charged here, only brokerage will be charged and added to purchase price, and interest will be calculated and to be set separately under interest column. Therefore, let us look at the picture given on your right side. Purchase cost on 1/3/2017. It being happening, or it is happening before 1st April. Therefore, we have to take the period 1/10/2016 to 1/3/2017. That is 5 months. And we have to calculate interest for 5 months. The rate of interest is 6%, because 6% bond is given. That means the bond is charged at 6%, and in 6% interest is being paid. Therefore, you have to charge 6% interest on 12,000 for 5 months and getting rupees 300 only. And now X interest purchase price 12,000 into 90.875. That amount will have to be multiplied, and we are getting rupees 10,905. At the same time, brokerage is being paid at rupees 30. Therefore, you have to add rupees 30 as brokerage. I told you earlier that brokerage is being paid by the purchaser. Therefore, the total cost will increase. So, purchase cost is 10,935. Now, purchase price, that means cost. And we mentioned that figure under cost, and interest amount under interest column. Let us see the next transaction. On June 15, sold rupees 5,000, 92.675 calm interest. Therefore, working note 2, if we look at working number 2, we get the detailed idea, that is sale proceeds on 15/6/2017. Therefore, it is happening after 1/4. So, you have to charge interest for the period 1/4/2017 to 15/6/2017, because that transaction is happening on 15/6/2017. Therefore, that is 2.5 months. So you have to charge interest for 2.5 months at the rate of 6% per annum on rupees 5,000, because you sold 5,000 bonds. Therefore, calm interest sale price is equal to 5,000 into 92.65 is equal to 4631.25, and you have to deduct brokerage because it is a sale concept. 13 brokerage being rupees 13 only, and you have to deduct interest for rupees 62.50. Therefore, we got the idea very clearly. How did I get the amount of rupees 455,575? You have to add 13. You have to deduct 13 rupees as brokerage from the sale price. At the same time, you have to deduct interest from sale price, because it is a calm interest. Calm interest means interest is actually added beforehand. Therefore, you have to deduct interest. Now we got the amount, and we have to write on the credit side of investment account, because the journal is bank account debit to sales account, that is bank account debit to investment account. Therefore, by bank 15/6 and by bank 5,000 nominal value and 4556.75 cost and interest 62.50. Now let us see, an interest amount will have to be ascertained, will have to calculate it beforehand. Now why such amount of rupees 360 comes up? We have already started from 1/3/2017, and we got the idea from the given question that 31st March and 30 September interest is being payable. Therefore, on 31st March 2017, we will have to pay interest. Otherwise, we can't go to the next step. Therefore, on 12,000 rupees, we have to charge interest. That is for 6 months. Because up to 1/3/2017, 5 months we have already got. Therefore, that month will be included in it and making it 6 months. Therefore, 6/12 into 12,000 into 6%, only interest is appearing as 360. Now, the third transaction, August 1, bought 6,000 bonds, 6,000 rupees bond at the rate of 91.375x interest. Now we have to see note number 3, purchase cost of investment on 1/8/2017. It is also happening after 1st April. Therefore, we have to charge interest for a period of 1/4/2017 to 1/8/2017. That is for 4 months only. Therefore, interest is calculated as 6,000 into 6% into 4/12 is equal to 120 rupees only. But interest can never be shown as a less amount or add-on amount to purchase cost, because it is again an X interest purchase. That means interest is actually excluded. Therefore, we have to add brokerage again. The brokerage amount is 8. We got the amount of brokerage 8. Therefore, we have to add brokerage as 8, and we got 5490.50. Therefore, two bank on 1/8/2017, two bank 6,000 rupees bond and 120 interest and 5490.50 cost. Now the fourth transaction sold rupees 4,093.125 X interest. Again, it is X interest. Again, it is X interest. Therefore, likewise, we can pass the entry by bank on 19/2017. 19/2017. We may pass the entry like this, and by bank account rupees 4,000, not 15,000, rupees 4,000, and we have to calculate again under working note 4. It is an X interest sale price, 4,000 into 93.125. 93.125. You have to multiply that rate, and we got 5482.50, and add brokerage being 8. Therefore, we have to add brokerage to it, and we got the purchase cost 5490.50, and we got interest 120. We got this idea under note 3. Now under note 4, it is happening on 1/9/2017. 1st September means 1/9/2000. 1/9/2017. Therefore, 4,000 into 93.125, we got the amount 4631.25, less brokerage because it is a sale concept. Therefore, you have to deduct brokerage, and it is also an X interest, so interest will not be taken, and interest receipt is calculated for 5 months because it is after 1/4. That is, we have to take the period 1/4/2017 to 1/9/2017. That is for 5 months. Note number 4. Note number 4, 5,000 into 90, this one, 6 into this one, and we are getting 100. Therefore, interest received on sale for 5 months, that is 4,000 into 6% into 5 by 12, we are getting rupees 100 as interest. And we have to put interest under interest column, and the total amount being 3,720, because we deducted rupees 500, rupees that amount was 4,000 into 93.125. You may better calculate by your calculator. 3,725, we got that amount, and you have to deduct rupees 5 as brokerage, because only rupees 5 is brokerage, and you have to deduct rupees 5 as brokerage, and we got the amount 3720. Therefore, you have to put 3720 under cost on 1/9/2017. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth transaction bought rupees 6,000 bond. Therefore, we have to put rupees 6,000 here on 1/12, and we may calculate under working note 5, and let us see working note 5. Purchase commission investment, it is also after 1/10. Therefore, we have to take the period from 1/10/2017 to 1/12/2017, because it is happening on 1/12/2017. That is for 2 months only, and interest will be charged on 2 months. That is 6,000 into 6% into 2 by 12, only rupees 60. And you have to deduct the interest amount, rupees 60, and you have to add brokerage at the same time, 15 rupees. 15 rupees, because it is a calm interest. So in case of calm interest, you have to deduct interest and add brokerage, and we are getting this amount 5,602.50. Let us see that in case of calm interest sale proceeds, in case of this one, or purchase under calm interest, you have to deduct interest amount. We told you early. That formula is being applied here too, and we got interest rupees 60, and put the amount under interest column rupees 60, and 56250 under cost column. All the transactions have already been taken, but this question is not complete. The answer is not complete, and we have to go ahead. You have to seriously think of the matter that we have already placed all the amounts relating to transaction. Now the question arises that we have to charge interest. I told you earlier that we charged interest on 31/3/2017 because the period payable or the date payable for interest being 31st March and 30 September, and we have calculated on 31st March. Now I have to calculate on 30 September. Therefore, now calculate for 30 September. Therefore, 9,000 rupees, 9,000 rupees into 6% into 6 by 12. Naturally, one question may arise in your mind, then how do you get rupees 9,000?
In the question given that the period of interest payable is for 31st March and 30 September. We have already calculated interest on 31st March. Now I am to calculate interest payable on 30 September 2017. Therefore, all the transactions up to 30 September will have to be recorded, and now we are getting for purchase of bonds on 1/3/2017 12,000 and on 1/8/2017 6,000 is equal to 18,000. At the same time, we sold out bonds of rupees 5,000 on 31st March, and we also sold out bonds of rupees 5,000 on 15/6/2017 and bonds of rupees 4,000 on 1/9/2017. That is 9,000 rupees bond have been sold out. Therefore, we have to deduct 9,000 rupees from 18,000, that is 12,000 plus 6,000 is equal to 18,000. Therefore, the balance is calculated as 18,000 minus 9,000 is equal to 9,000. Therefore, interest is to be charged on rupees 9,000 at the rate of 6% for a period of 6 months. Therefore, we are getting interest as 270, and it is coming under interest column, and the journal will be bank account debit to investment account by bank account 170 under interest column.
Now here purchase 6,000, $12,000, 6,000, 6,000, and what will be the balance amount here? What will be the balance amount? Here we got the amount as 5,000, 4,000. Therefore, balance amount is 15,000. Balance amount is 15,000. Prepare, if you look at the question, prepare investment account up to or for the year end date 31st/12/2017. Therefore, the balance amount to be sold is rupees 15,000 bond, because you have to deduct rupees 9,000 from 24,000. We got the amount 15,000. Therefore, charge interest on 15,000. How much are you getting? I am getting rupees 225. Note number 6. Let us see note number 6. Sell. What amount of bond was sold? 5,000 only. 5,000. Therefore, you have to deduct that amount from this amount. And we got 7,000. But the cost of 5,000 is not given. Mind it, it is under weighted average method. Therefore, we have to apply weighted average method. That means 10,935 into 5,000 divided by 12,000, that amount. This amount by this amount into, this amount by this amount into this amount. And you have to deduct again, and we are getting loss. That means we are suffering loss. How? Net sale proceeds was 455.75. How did I get it? That amount was given and I got that amount, and there 455 this amount. Therefore, that amount was given, but we got that amount. Therefore, you are suffering rupee 50 because the sale price of 5,000 bonds was rupees 455.75, but we got this amount under weighted average method. Therefore, we are suffering rupee 50. We are getting on 1/8/2017, you purchase rupees 6,000. It is also given in our question, and we got that amount rupees 6,000 on 1/8. Therefore, you add that amount, and we got 13,000, and sale price was 11,869.25. That means just you add that amount. Next, 1/9/2017, we are selling for rupees 4,000. Therefore, we have to deduct rupees 4,000, and the sale price of rupees 4,000 bond was 3720. And we have to calculate how much we are actually finding the amount. We used weighted average method. That amount divided by that amount into this amount. Therefore, we got this amount only, and we have to less this one. Similarly, this amount at this moment, but in the past we got 3,720. Therefore, we are earning profit rupees 68. We are earning profit. Now, we calculated up to 1/9/2017. There is no other transaction. 1/9/17, there is no other transaction in case of sale. Therefore, we can go ahead. Now, we got this amount, and again there is an amount of purchase rupees 6,000, and that amount was 5602.50, and therefore purchase this one and that amount on cost. Therefore, we got closing investment this one, because there is no sale amount, and we got the ultimate profit 68 minus 0.50 because it was a loss. Therefore, the net profit on sale is rupees 67.50, and you have to charge 67.50 on debit side by to profit and loss account, profit on sale, working note number 6. And ultimately 270 we have already got it, and 225 we also got it. Therefore, you balance debit side and credit side, and we got this amount. We got this amount under cost, and this amount under interest, this amount under interest, but this amount was not there. Therefore, the balance amount, that is interest transferred, we got this amount 537.50. This amount is the balance amount, interest transferred 537.50. And this is the question, and I am repeating the main important headlines. You have to solve the problem according to the year, number 1. Number 2, you have to calculate interest separately. Sometimes it may be added and sometimes it may be deducted. Sometimes it is remaining neutral. But you have to put under interest column that amount. And ultimately we got either profit or loss. It is a profit, therefore you got that amount and put here. And if it was a loss, then you had to put that amount on cost on credit side. Again, you could have put profit on debit side as 68 and loss on credit side as 0.50. It was also correct. But the net profit has been charged here, and the profit and loss account, that is interest transferred, this amount, we got this amount, and that amount we have already got, and the balance amount we got here, and that is this one. That's all. Thank you very much, and if you have any question regarding it, you put on the box on comment column.